Ever heard someone use internet and web like they're the same thing? They're actually not. Think of the internet as the massive network of roads connecting cities all over the world. The World Wide Web, on the other hand, is like all the houses, shops, and buildings you can visit using those roads. It's the stuff asterisk. On asterisk, the internet. And the story of how it all began is pretty amazing, starting with one brilliant mind at a place you might not expect. Our story begins in the 1980s. Picture this. You're a scientist working at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. You're surrounded by some of the brightest people on the planet, all working on groundbreaking physics experiments. You've got tons of data, reports, and research notes. The problem? All this information is scattered across dozens of different computer systems, each with its own unique language and file format. It's like having a massive library where every book is written in a different code and locked in a separate room. If you needed a piece of information from a colleague's computer, you'd have to physically go to their machine, figure out how to operate it, and then somehow transfer the file. It was slow, frustrating, and a huge barrier to collaboration. Scientists would spend more time hunting for information than actually using it. The internet was there, connecting the machines, but there was no simple way to navigate the information stored on them. It was a digital maze with no map. This is where Tim Berners-Lee enters the picture. He was a British software consultant working at CERN, and he was deeply frustrated by this information chaos. He saw his colleagues struggling daily and thought, there has to be a better way. He envisioned a universal, linked information system where anyone could access any piece of information from anywhere, with just a click. A web of information, where everything was connected. In March 1989, he formalized this vision in a proposal titled Information Management. A proposal, he presented it to his boss, Mike Sendall. Initially, his boss's reaction was lukewarm. He scribbled on the cover, vague, but exciting, and didn't approve it right away. But Berners-Lee was persistent. He knew this idea could change everything. He spent the next year refining his proposal, demonstrating how it could work. He wasn't just dreaming, he was building. To make his vision a reality, he had to invent 3 fundamental technologies that are still the bedrock of the web today. First, there was HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language. This was the publishing language for the web. It wasn't a complex programming language, but a simple way to format documents. Most importantly, to create links. That's the HT and HTML. These links were the magic ingredient that would connect all the documents together into a web. Second, he created the URI, or Uniform Resource Identifier. You probably know it as a URL, or web address. This was a unique address for every single document or resource on the web. Just like your home has a unique mailing address, every web page, image, or video needed one too, so browsers could find them. And third, he invented HTTP, the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This was the language, or protocol, that allowed a web browser to request a web page from a web server, and for the server to send it back. It's the messenger that carries requests and information back and forth across the internet. With these 3 inventions, he had all the pieces he needed. By Christmas of 1990, Tim Berners-Lee had set up the world's very first web server on a Next computer at CERN. On that server, he hosted the world's first website. And what was it about? It was a site that explained what the World Wide Web was, how to get a browser, and how to set up your own server. It was a self-referential, brilliant beginning. The web was born, a small, quiet spark in a lab in Switzerland. For the first few months, the web was an internal CERN project. A handful of scientists started using it, and the feedback was positive. But Berners-Lee's vision was always bigger. He wanted this to be for everyone, a tool to unite the world's knowledge. The big moment came on August 6, 1991. Berners-Lee posted a summary of the World Wide Web project to a public news group, effectively announcing it to the world. He invited anyone with an internet connection to join in, try it out, and contribute. This was the public birth of the web. Slowly but surely, word began to spread. Other research and academic institutions started setting up their own web servers. The first web server outside of Europe was set up at the Stanford Linear Accelerator Center, or SLAC, in California in December 1991. This was a crucial step, connecting the scientific communities across the Atlantic. By the end of 1992, There were about 50 web servers worldwide. It was still a niche tool, used mainly by academics and physicists. The early web was entirely text-based. You navigated by typing numbers to select links. It was functional, but it wasn't exactly user-friendly. To truly go mainstream, the web needed a facelift. It needed to be visual, intuitive, and accessible to people who weren't computer scientists. That transformation came in 1993, and its name was Mosaic, developed by a team at the University of Illinois, led by Mark Andreessen. Mosaic was the first web browser to display images in line-weak text instead of in a separate window. It had a clean, graphical user interface with clickable buttons and icons. For the first time, the web looked appealing. You could just point and click your way through a rich, multimedia world. Mosaic was a game changer. It was easy to install and easy to use. Suddenly, you didn't need to be a tech expert to explore the web. The number of web servers exploded. The web's traffic started growing at an astronomical rate. We're talking thousands of % per year. It was spreading like wildfire. Seeing this explosive growth, Berners-Lee realized the web needed a guardian. It needed a neutral organization to ensure its core technologies remained open, free, and standardized for everyone. If different companies started creating their own incompatible versions of HTML or HTTP, the web would fragment into a collection of walled gardens, destroying its universal nature. So, in 1994, he left CERN and founded the World Wide Web Consortium, the W3C, at MIT. The W3C's mission was, and still is, to lead the web to its full potential by developing common protocols that promote its evolution and ensure its interoperability. Thanks to the W3C, the web you use today works the same way whether you're on a laptop or a phone, using Chrome, Safari, or Firefox. From that point on, the web story is one of rapid commercialization and cultural integration. Companies like Netscape, which grew out of the Mosaic team, and later Microsoft, with Internet Explorer, brought the web into homes and offices around the globe. Businesses rushed to create their own websites, leading to the dot-com boom of the late 90s. The rest, as they say, is history. So, let's take a step back. In just a few years, the World Wide Web went from a vague but exciting proposal scribbled on a piece of paper to a globe-spanning phenomenon. It started as a tool for scientists to share research papers. It became the platform for global commerce, social connection, entertainment, and education. Tim Berners-Lee gave his invention to the world for free, with no patent and no royalties. It's one of the greatest acts of technological philanthropy in human history. His vision of a free, open, and universal information space has fundamentally reshaped our modern world. It has democratized information, connected billions of people, and unleashed waves of innovation that continue to this day. Every time you search for something, watch a video, talk to friends online, or read an article, you are using the legacy of that initial spark at CERN. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most world-changing ideas start with a simple desire to solve a problem and connect people. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the history of technology. See you in the next video.